The Apostle Paul said, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. No, we can't earn our salvation, but we must be engaged in works of obedience, as we are told in James chapter 2, verse number 26. We must do those things that God has commanded us to do. And furthermore, we must do them with the proper attitude. It's not just a matter of going through a checklist, but having a heart that says, I want to do whatever the Lord commands me to do. In the book of Ecclesiastes, Solomon was on a search for meaning and purpose in his life, and he squandered a lot of time because he searched for meaning and purpose in all types of projects and wine and women and on and on and on. But finally, when he comes to the end, he says, I figured it out. Here's what life is really about. Here's what the purpose-driven life is about. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse number 13 beginning, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God. In other words, a deep reverence for God. Respect God. Recognize His power. Recognize His authority. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is man's all. That's what life is all about, folks. Do we really understand who God is? If we understand who God is, it should change our attitude about this subject of obedience. Is there really anything too much that He could ask of us? Is there anything that would be too demanding for Him to ask of us? Absolutely not. If we have deep respect for Him, our attitude is said, Lord, whatever You would have me to do, that's what I will do. He says, fear God and keep His commandments. There's that idea again that we've talked about earlier this week. There's something for us to do. We are to be commandment keepers. You mark it down. Christianity, listen to me closely, Christianity is a rule-keeping religion. Not merely rule-keeping, but Christianity is a rule-keeping religion. He said, fear God and keep His commandments, for this is man's all. If we have the right attitude, we want to do everything the Lord has commanded us to do and not a single thing that He hasn't commanded us to do. And I want you to notice verse number 14. He says, for God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. We need to be obedient, and we need to be obedient with the right attitude. We need to be willing to do whatever God commands us to do. Join us again tomorrow.